Welcome back to Winning the Wild, everybody.
Look at that.
Got him. Oh, got him. All right. Since it's been a while since you've played, I made a recap of the first 13 sessions. So Austin, if you wouldn't mind, please take it away.
Yeah. Winning the Wild, episode 113. Our party consists of Horace, a human fighter, who was brought to the wild as a child, taken some cutthroat out of his village. Raised in the Supreme Court, he was eventually ostracized, being blamed for the death of the captain of the Kettle Guard. I know he's big, but I didn't think he was ostracized.
Did you move away from your mic, Austin? You're a little muddled.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Any better?
I think so.
Okay. Ka, the Changeling rogue with a hazy past, who had spent much of their time traveling from place to place before being run out of the Winter Court by Red-Eye, who they double-crossed. Almyre, the Eladrin wizard, known as Loreaux in the royal court of Summer, where she was disinterested in the family responsibility of continuing to examine time despite her father's insistence, the realm. And Jeatz, the sorceress Changling. He too has kept his Changeling ability secret, except from his newfound. His time with the mercenary group Equinox set him on his way to capture Horace. Our intrepid adventurers met in the town of Winterstep, protecting it from rogue Dryad. On their way to find the source of the scourge, they find Horace's cabin ablaze, where they later found to be some boggles hiding. Inside Moss Hollow Cavern, they found the source of the Dryad's ire was a rift in their cave that seemed to be absorbing time from the world around them. Tree Twig, a minor Fey, offered his own Fey heart as a peace offering, before passing into inanimation as a normal tree. From here, they intended to take Horace to the Autumn Court as a captive, and the night they spent in the Whispering Willow, they all had a vision. They were visited twice by the Weave Warden. They spoke of an anomaly with strands of the weave reaching from the material plane to the wild. Like a ticking clock, this would destroy the wild. The Weave Warden tasked the group with solving this problem. They met Lady Loreaux of the Lake, getting on her good side by bringing her a stone of 7 stones cascade to expand her power up the river to the fall. She promised to protect Widdershins after accepting Chancellor Smith's sacrifice of his own life. Genevieve, the town healer, agreed to take in the gift, who had previously been ostracized not far from the village. On the way to the Autumn Court, they were waylaid by a haunted carnival, where they obtained another Fey heart from a Braxton, who appeared to have been turned evil by some dark force. At the border of the Autumn Court, they were met by the Dowar, protectors of the Autumn Court borders. Initially, they were wary, saying there was a darkness rising from the Spring Court, but they accompanied them to their outpost. From there, they helped out Sidon by saving his daughter Fontaine from a contingent of Yuan Ti, led by the great Skingo, fortune tellers. He led them into a trance where they were greeted by a darkness calling itself Redazir, and they should abandon their quest for leadership. On their way to Strataburg, Jeatz wanted to stop by his hometown, as the Dowar had said it had fallen. The Fey magic that kept the place prosperous had gone. Magnus's Fey heart had been stolen by an old man and killed the prior. Shepherd, had killed the prior shepherd and hoarded it. The party went to Magnus's tower to see what they could do to right this wrong, and Magnus betrayed them, teleporting them to an anti-magic chamber and directly to Ren. It turned out they were in the Winter Court warehouse in Strataburg. They managed to bust out, but not before killing the dozen goblin guards. That night, Almyre decided to confront her brother, who she hadn't seen since running away. He met her coldly, however, saying she abandoned her responsibility to the family and the court for gallivanting with rabble from other courts, and the party learned her true name of Allura. They met Cece, Ember Whisper, at the tavern, who put them up for the night, as she seemed to know they were in danger. The next morning they ventured about the town, finding company with Thistle Blossomblade, who would train Jeatz in light armor and provide a reward for the letter opener, if they returned to the letter his son created before running away. The party's first attempt to infiltrate the Grand Exchange failed miserably, because of an unidentified bottle of invisibility power turned out to be sneezing and choking powder. It killed the guards ransacking Cece's house, however, and the party knew she was in trouble.
All right. And I would say that's where we are now. But no, that only covers the first 13 sessions. Who's reading the 14th session recap? I'm sorry if you told me and I'd forgotten.
I can. I don't have inspiration. I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, session 14. The party investigates Cece's home to find the place upturned and no sign of her. They suspect she was taken by the Grand Guard. They decide to not split up and go investigate the top of the tower first to find the letter from Thistle's son. They finally agree upon infiltration. Ka and Jeatz disguise themselves as two Grand Guards with Horace and Almyre in tow. Jeatz forgets that they don't speak and made a noise, but Horace was able to bluff his way out of it. They make it to the top of the tower to find Nox at his desk, and McSquiggles in a cage on the floor next to him. Red-Eye comes out of invisibility, and the battle ensues. The party does an ace job of ambushing Nox and Red-Eye, downing them quickly. Ka incapacitated Nox to later interrogate, but Jeatz finally finished Red-Eye, his body turning to smoke, but his mask dropped to the floor. That was only half of the battle, however, as the tower comes to life, protecting itself, and the Grand Guard brought the heat. Almyre finds the letter full of Junior's memories and the key to McSquiggles' cage. With him free, Jeatz hides under the table with McSquiggles, turning them both invisible. Almyre tries to set up by the window to feather fall the party, but the tower slowed him and she was unable to react after getting blown out of the tower, knocking her unconscious. Horace and Ka were thinking they had an out by taking the elevator, but suddenly found themselves at the top floor. Ka takes the leap down to the bottom of the tower. They sprint to Almyre, stabilizing her, and then, donning Red-Eye's mask, they turn into a puff of smoke, leaving the party destination unknown. Horace takes after Ka, after grabbing Nox's unconscious body. Jeatz thunder steps out of the tower after saving up sorcery points for several rounds, hiding under the table. McSquiggles told Jeatz that returning Horace would set him free of the bounty and also net Jeatz the reward. Having escaped the tower, they beeline it to the God's Hand Rock, the home of Equinox. The hideout was wrecked. McSquiggles blamed Red-Eye for it, for being so well connected, especially to Nox. When the Grand Guard came, they gave Thaerun, Jeatz's friend, the option to don the Baron Cloak in Frostfell, as he was a respected member of the city. They took McSquiggles and killed everyone else. McSquiggles also told Horace that an old rabbit folk named Bronto came by asking for Horace to be brought to Equinox as well, but he left just before the raid. They revived Nox, learning Cece was captive to him. He has a bag of holding containing Magnus's stolen Fey heart. Nox admits he is fully in the pocket of the Winter Court, but Nox warned them that the Winter Court has many machinations, and the Autumn and Spring Courts may soon fall to their power thanks to the wizard. This wizard is presumably where Red-Eye gained his warlock powers from as well. They take Nox's sigil, a scale necklace, and hope to use it. And that's where we are.
All right. So, McSquiggles has put, well, I guess you all have put Nox Bronzescale in a cell far back into the Equinox hideout. And, what's going on here? Have you guys left the hideout? We weren't really clear by the end of the last session if you had left yet, but you definitely have Nox's sigil and his bag of holding in hand, and McSquiggles says that he'll keep an eye on Nox while you guys are gone.
And we have the letter to give back, right?
Correct, yes, and you have the letter to give back to Thistle as well.
Gotcha.
I guess maybe we've walked outside and maybe discussing a plan for moving forward.
Sure.
Where did... Am I back conscious? I think so.
Yeah, you would have gotten a short rest, and because Ka stabilized you. And I think you were participating in the conversation before, but you guys definitely get a short rest in if you haven't.
Let me do
already.
that.
Cool, yeah, definitely need
I
that.
definitely could use a few, a little bit of health there.
Yeah.
Take the short rest.
There we go.
Ooh, back to full health. Thank you.
Nice.
Did you roll all of your?
Yes, I did. I
I rolled
rolled
the
all
rest
of
of
them.
mine.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Where-
Alrighty. What you doing?
I may have been unconscious when this happened, but where did Ka go?
Well, I think we were waiting to hear from you on that. I ran out of the tower a few minutes behind him, and when I got out, you were, I guess.
Yeah,
you were alone.
Almyre, give me a little intelligence check.
Ooh.
Really quick to see if you were conscious enough to.
Just raw intelligence.
Yeah.
That's an
primary
8 plus
stat.
4. That's a 12.
A 12. You seem to vaguely recall Ka being there. Suddenly, Red Eye was there, and then they were gone. But that's all that you can remember.
I remember falling. I remember waking up and seeing Ka's face. Kind of. But also Red Eye's face. And then they were gone, and then I don't remember much else until I was brought back to in Equinox.
Well, he did grab the mask, didn't he? He did steal the cloak from me. I remember that.
Yeah, one of you would have also seen Ka grab the mask as well.
Do you think... I mean, this is a weird thought, but do we think that the mask is lethal or like controls people or something?
Oh, Red Eye sure had some, powerful spells he could cast, and maybe this was some sort of way he was imbued with his power. But I can't imagine it would take him.
I think McSquiggles did, when we were walking, tell me that if someone puts on the mask, they basically take on the properties of Red Eye and become a Red Eye. Whatever that means.
We don't. He wouldn't have
maybe
come on, right? Certainly not. Not
maybe
without.
he hoped that it would give him some more abilities to heal you or something.
But he had, he'd already stabilized me. We just needed to get away from the tower.
I don't know, but we probably should be careful when we see him next.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Do we go searching for him?
Well, at this point, we don't know where he could be. I think our only lead is that warlock that gave him his powers. So we must somehow find this warlock. And hopefully...
Well, so Red Eye had warlock powers. So Red Eye had warlock powers, but he had to get them from somewhere. And Squiggles...
Well, I guess he mentioned there was the powerful warlock, right?
Powerful wizard, right?
A wizard, that's what I meant. Yeah.
The wizard.
The wizard.
So, I mean, is that our next course of action? Obviously we give the letter, we drop the letter off, and we get, something in exchange for that, Jeatz. I think you were getting something.
I think it's maybe a little bit more than dropping the letter off. We need to free CC first.
We also need to find CC.
Yes.
CC? I thought CC was with us in... no, I'm still a little hazy.
She's in the barracks. She's still in the barracks.
Oh.
Yeah, CC was kidnapped. We have to go save her from the barracks.
Okay, cool. So we've saved CC first, drop off the letter, and then hightail it out of here and go to the Winter Court to try to find this wizard?
There's
And
also
maybe-
the Fey Rune we need to get from
Well,
the
yeah,
Baron.
I believe that he's headed to the Winter Rune the Winter Court with the guards, so that may be where we end up anyway.
And let's also not forget that we've all had weird visions.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are these visions you keep mentioning?
Okay, well, maybe I've had this weird vision, and maybe we're running out of time, and I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. Time might be running out.
I give I give Horace a side look, like don't let her know that you know what I'm talking. Well, that you know what they're talking about. Okay.
I make it back at it.
Horace and Jeatz, give me a deception check. Almyre, you can roll me insight.
I think I'm bad at that, so this might be good.
Deception. I got a +5.
Ooh,
It's a 17.
15.
dirty 20.
Oh. So, Almyre, it's up to you if you want, to call him out on it. But
Yeah, no, I mean, I see. I kind of think this is more of like a, they are. This is so far down the priority list, and they're kind of afraid to talk about it. We don't even know what that means or where to begin with it. So,
Yeah.
they know what I'm talking about, but we'll deal with it later.
yeah.
There's more pressing priorities than just time running out.
Well, listen, I believe the barracks and Blossom Blade Academy are fairly near to each other, so maybe let's take the letter back and see what kind of time frame we're working with. Maybe we can get a night's sleep and try to break out CC tomorrow.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
I'm good with that plan. That seems reasonable to me. I would very much like to have maybe a few more spells if we're going to be breaking people out of prison.
That's also my thought as well. I can make her invisible and we can get her out of there.
Well, we do have the necklace, so we could maybe walk in there and use it as a sign that maybe Bronze-Scale is busy, but he sent
Think
us
about
to.
that.
Maybe he sent us to
Yes.
bring Cece back to him to question her personally.
I guess I could also turn into Bronze Scale.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
also can disguise self. So, anything. Yeah, I think it probably is easier for you, Jeatz.
Well, let's go back to Blossom Blade and we can figure out what the situation is and go from there.
All right. So, you all are on the opposite side of town from Blossom Blade Academy. It's not exactly a secret that you assaulted the Grand Exchange.
I'm gonna turn into one of the guards again.
Okay. I mean, I assume you hadn't changed out of your cloak that you had gotten. As for the other two of you, it's easy enough for Jeatz to pass himself off as one of the Grand Guard, but Horace and Almyre, how might you go about doing it? Or if you want to scope it out from the trees, I can have you roll a stealth check with advantage just to, stay hidden but scope out what the situation looks like.
Maybe sit by the trees, kind of behind the barracks, and see if there's maybe a lone guard we can maybe get and take their armor, and then.
I mean, could we not just take the armor from the guards sitting outside of the tower currently?
I guess we can do that if there's nobody around watching that, because it's quite in the open.
Yeah.
I can just cast disguise self, and for an hour I can be a god.
Or I can be outside waiting while you guys attempt to disguise yourselves to get her, and then if things go awry, then I can jump out of the woods and aid you guys.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, if you were to, stay hidden in the woods as we go, we can kind of take a more direct route. Go ahead and drop off the letter to that Blossom Blade, and then immediately go to the barracks. Jeatz switches into Nox with the sigil goes in there and asks for CC to be removed, and I'm just an accompanying guard, as whatever, just hanging out with them, and you meet us at CC's house.
It still may be good to at least see if we can get a rest, because if it's not as time sensitive, it would be better to go in fully prepared than not. So why? Let's just try to
Sorry,
make it back
CC,
to
we had to
Blossom
take a
Blade.
rest because he just sit in prison for a few extra days. But I think this,
Can I roll like an insight check to think if to see if this might be like time sensitive, like if the guards like execute prisoners or move them or what? Is there anything I know about that?
So the Grand Guard generally doesn't take like execution as their responsibility. But I'll have you roll an insight check on maybe some extra information, since you are from here.
Okay, dirty 20.
From here, as in
Nice.
okay.
I
With a
frequent
dirty
this place.
20, I'll just give you some hints about what might be going on. Your assault on the Grand Exchange is known because you left some of the guards alive. They already knew that 4 people had assaulted the Winter Court and killed everyone inside. Now you have Nox missing, as well as Red Eye dead. So the Grand Guard is not going to take that lightly, so they're probably very actively searching the area for either Nox himself to find him, or for the ones who took him in the first place. So I would say yes, very time sensitive. And CC, you could assume, was a known conspirator in this happening. Considering the Grand Guard took her, they probably have sussed that out. So
Okay.
with all that information, I will let you decide if you think it's time sensitive or not.
Okay.
I guess we need a good story.
Did y'all consider
her.
any of that? It's like, oh, we let some of the guards live, but yeah, we can spend some time, maybe rest here for an evening.
Well, no, I guess we need to, if we do go this direction, we need to make a good story for how Nox escaped. As he was seen being carried by me outside of the tower.
So, Nox comes to, right? And he, valiantly fights off all of us and kills us, and now he's running away, and he finds a guard with him. And so he charges into the barracks, full sprint, and says, "Her! I want her now!" And everyone's like, "Oh my god, Nox is alive! Yeah! Let's get her out of here and go with Nox so that he can take his revenge."
Well, if we're trying to convince somebody that Nox escaped, why don't I turn into Nox? Almyre, you serve as as a guard, and we just take Horace to the barracks to imprison him, as if we escaped and knocked him out.
I think you'll need to beat me up to make it look like you did.
We all already
punch
look
me a few
pretty
times.
beat up.
Yeah, I'd say so. You all look like shit after taking a
so-
beating, despite getting a short rest, bruised faces and whatnot.
So why don't we tie up Horace and walk him into the barracks?
Would they expect you to keep me in the barracks after you leave, or I guess there needs to be an excuse for me
Well, I
leaving
think-
as well?
Yeah, I think we break out CC, but then need to get on the run immediately.
Well,
Because-
then let's
should
go to
stop
Blossom
by
Blade
Blossom
first.
Blade first.
Yes.
So we'll need to sneak to Blossom Blade, and then from there maybe we can walk into the barracks.
Is there any way we could maybe hang out in the trees until nightfall and then make it a little bit easier to sneak to Blossom Blade?
Yeah, what time is it?
That's like maybe afternoon. Like 1 o'clock.
Maybe why don't we? I look over.
Because
at
if you short
McSquiggles.
rested, we'll say it's like 2 or 3. So like
Can you look over at McSquiggles and see if I'm gonna look over at McSquiggles and say, McSquiggles.
You guys stepped out.
we-
You guys stepped outside to discuss this. So if you want to talk to me, you'll have to go back inside.
Okay,
not
so
it's a small thing, but
that's fine. Well then, I'll suggest this. What we could do is rest for the rest of the day, and then be good and prepped inside. We can rest inside of the hideout, and then in nightfall, move out and go save CC, and drop the letter off. If
That works
you
for me.
think that's a good idea, we can go talk to McSquiggles about making that happen.
I mean,
Oh yeah, that sounds like a plan.
yeah, I think we wait till nightfall.
Yes, we go back
Okay,
in.
so I walk back up to the rock and say Bumble Fork. And
yep. And the fist opens up into a staircase.
Yep.
Uh,
and I walk back down, and I propose that to McSquiggles that we rest here for the night.
Did you not hear a thing that I said earlier? They know what this place is. You can rest here a while, but you stand here any longer, it might be a little dangerous. They might show up.
And we just
Yeah.
change the password, and then they can't get in.
You were here long enough to know that we don't exactly have the resources. Hell, we just stumbled upon, the use of this place. The first time around, I don't know how to change the password. I own the place, but the rock has a mind of its own.
Can I? Okay. I look at McSquiggles and I go, oh, damn it. So I walk outside, and where I would normally say the password, can I talk to the rock, or attempt to talk to the rock and ask it if we can change the entry phrase? Can I roll some kind of check, like Arcana check or something?
oh, interesting. Yeah, roll me a nature check. Yeah, you put your hand on the rock to try and coax something out of it to try and commune with it.
Oh,
Can
that's
I-
a dirty 20.
Can I cast Identify and help?
Sure. Yeah, you can give him the help action.
Roll again.
Okay. That was almost a nat 20, but a dirty
Oh.
20.
Okay. Almyre, you are next to Jeatz, and Jeatz, you put your hand on this rock, trying to commune with it as you would with nature, and deep down, you hear a voice kind of rumble through the earth.
Hello.
Oh.
Do I hear that, or is it just... Wait, who heard that? Sorry.
Just you, Jeatz. Just you,
Okay,
Jeatz.
cool,
Well, I
cool,
guess
cool.
Almyre, if you're also outside, it's a row rumbling. It's not like a mouth said it. It's kind of like the earth vibrated, and you could hear it.
Hey.
Greetings.
Hello?
Well met.
Well
What
met.
may I help you with?
We are in a particular bind, and I was hoping that your hospitality could be extended to us just a little bit more than it has already. We are looking for a safe place to stay, but entry into this abode has become commonplace. The information has become commonplace, and we were hoping to change the way that you allow us to enter so that we could be safe for the evening.
How are you any better than the cutthroats that first called me home? Maybe this home that I've made needs to be purged.
Oh,
I don't feel that I have the best frame of reference to agree or disagree, but I'd be willing to make a deal that if you could assist us for tonight, we could assist her with a purge if you are wanting that.
Wait. I recognize that aura, that voice. You too used to live here, yes?
Yes, and it is quite a wonderful place to be.
Flattering. But what are you offering? No deal comes without consequence.
I come to barter, so what may you ask?
I've been home to cutthroats and mercenaries for far longer than I care to admit. Perhaps before you were even born. A purge. Yes. That would be nice.
If we were to remove those which you do not want in, what would we need to do to make sure that they couldn't just come back? Or anyone? Would you change your location? Or, I'm sorry, would you change your entry method, or?
No, I think I want you all gone.
Well, that, of course, but I mean, after the fact, how do you keep others
How do I know?
showing up?
How do I know you'll keep your promise? I want you all gone now.
Well, part of the request is that we have safe passage, or safe place to stay now, and then after that's done, we'll purge.
I'm not sure you understand what I'm asking. I want purge. Now. All gone now.
Okay.
I'm a
Well-
rock, you see. A stone.
Right.
A boulder of the earth.
Well,
What I want is what I want.
that is fair, and I don't really have room to argue with your desires. To be honest, we could just go somewhere else then and continue to allow people to come, not be purged from you. So, if that's
And that is your choice.
right? Okay. Well,
Have you ever spoken to a rock before?
not one so sophisticated as you.
We're quite stubborn.
Well, that's okay. I wanna make
You
a
may
really-
continue.
I want to make a really
to,
bad pun.
You may continue to reside within me as long as you like. Those who know the passcode have no real bearing. I'm a rock. It's not like I can be harmed. I would like to be emptied out. But if you can't provide that for me, there's nothing I can offer you that would net you any benefit greater than what you seek. Or what I'm offering, I suppose.
Well, could I ask for maybe something smaller?
Such as?
Could you simply after my friends and I go in, just not let anybody in for the next day. And then after that, we go about our way, and then as the world rotates or whatever it does in this world, someone knows the password at that point. It goes back to the regular rotation.
I do not know what a day is.
Okay. It's an interesting concept.
I'm a rock. I do not have
True.
eyes.
True. What about
In
just
fact, I
not
was
letting
sleeping quite
any...
well until you came along.
What about not letting anyone in until we leave?
And again, what do I get in return for this?
We will leave and never come back.
We?
Yes, my party and I, the two that you see plus me.
Oh, but there are others inside.
Well, that's true, but this deal doesn't benefit or hurt them. They are net gain.
I think the Rock wants everyone gone. I think the Rock wants us to get them out as well.
Well, do you have a better solution for him?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just saying that's he wants everyone out.
You're trying to game along rest, and that's not going to happen.
I think McSquiggles is aware that this place is compromised and may not want to stay himself. So we just say that, this. We push them to leave with us. Because obviously this is not safe, and depending on what we do with Nox,
Right.
they cannot stay here forever.
All right, Mr. Rock. Can I call you that?
Mr. Rock was my father. Call me Bulber.
I knew you were gonna say that. God damn it.
So, let's say we get everyone out now. And we block up the entrance. Purge this place. Do you a favor. What could you offer us in return?
I could... If you purge everyone now, get them out, I could perhaps teach you my magic.
Oh. Now that's a deal I'm okay with. Jeatz, are you okay with that? I know that this isn't ideal, but it is compromised, and people are probably going to come here once they realize that Nox isn't there.
I'm curious as to what his magic is as a rock.
There's so much magic in the earth, I don't, this not really earth, but you know what I mean. So much magic in this realm. There's always more to learn.
Mr. Rock, what magic do you propose to teach us?
I can teach you the ways of my people. Stoneskin. I'll teach you how to be hard as the earth itself.
I look to Horace and Almyre.
What did he say?
He offers to teach us stone skin if we purge the contents of his hideout.
I think we take the deal.
But I guess in this deal, we still don't have a place to stay. Which we don't
I
need a place to
don't
stay.
think the net positive. It's just another task.
I mean, I think we don't rest and
Yeah, you can either
We
hide
do what we
in
have
the
with time.
forest. I don't, just being honest here, I don't want to give you a long rest.
we did.
That's
yeah.
fine. This is just a fun way of dealing with this problem.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I say, I guess we need to decide what where McSquiggles and especially Nox Bronze Scale goes in the meantime while we go to the Blossom Bait Academy and then rescue CC.
Yes. Well, let's. I think
What if
we
we
should
take them
move on
back to
from this rock.
CC's house?
I think
Because they-
we need to be done with them in general. So why don't we just abandon this and make our way through the woods to Blossom Blade Academy?
What does Stone Skin even get you?
It just adds
As a
Increases
fourth
your
level spell.
AC.
It grants you the benefits. No, it grants you the benefits of rage, basically. But it's a 4th level spell slot.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
So I mean I would have sweetened the deal a little bit because obviously you guys don't know any 4th level spells, but
Yeah. I don't think
Go
it's
to move.
worth dealing with that.
yeah. Up to you to decide that.
Well, if we do, we could take Nox to CC's house and tie him up there. Maybe McSquiggles could stay there as well, because maybe they probably won't search.
I
There.
think McSquiggles' problems are McSquiggles' problems.
Hmm.
Because
So-
I think if we were in a reverse position,
Hey, I'm just happy to
Our
be alive,
problem.
man.
get back in the. You're not supposed to be in here. You are canonically inside of the hideout, as we were told earlier. Go ahead.
I use my foot and I like jab him back down the stairs.
Listen here, you little rat.
Not a rat. I'm a mouse.
Alright, I say let's.
I say we need to make our move. Let's head to
Yes, we
Blossom
need to.
Blade and move through the trees.
Agreed.
Okay.
So we want to take the long way around. To
Yeah.
Okay,
Blossom
that's fine. Everyone give me a stealth check with advantage, and I will also allow that to be your perception check as well.
Blade. Oh boy,
What?
that's a 14.
Stealth and perception, or what?
Stealth
No,
with
no,
advantage.
just
and
stealth
it
with
is our
advantage, and
perception.
I'll allow it to be, and I will also count it as your perception check.
15.
It's
Oh wait, no,
Ooh.
sorry. 19.
24.
I do wish I had
So-
my Tides of Chaos back.
You group pass your stealth check, and as you guys are slowly moving through the trees, you're staying like right on the edge of the tree line, making sure to stay in the shadow, going from tree to tree when you see that there are no guards, looking your direction. But what you do see is this: you see of an increased presence of the Grand Guard. There was already several walking around when you all went to go see Amir at the Summer Court Warehouse. But you see an increased presence specifically around the tower and also within town, but not around the barracks. It kind of looks like they're standing guard outside several of the other houses and establishments. But again, not around the barracks. And I will say the barracks kind of sticks out in the back of town. And Jeatz, you would at the very least know this, that there is a backdoor entrance to the barracks that leads into the kitchen. Sort of like the servants' entrance, if you will. Or like, where they take supplies in for rations and whatnot.
But we're bypassing the barracks and going to Blossom Blade, right?
Sure, yeah. But
But
just to set the
later when
scene.
we want to try to get in, yeah.
So I will say that what you can tell is there's an increased guard presence, but you will have to go through kind of an open area to get to Blossom Blade Academy. So I would have you roll another stealth check. Are you waiting till the sun goes down? Are you going now while there's still some more sun in the sky? Or, what are you all doing before you go to Blossom Blade? Because is what I'm asking.
I'll wait till it gets a little bit darker.
Yeah, I think we definitely want to wait till it's dark. I also can turn myself invisible, so...
Yeah. I have level 1 spell slots left. Because I used the rest of them. Three spell slots. Second level spell. 3 spell slots. Okay, I'm gonna turn my last 3 level 1 spell slots into 3 sorcery points, which I'm then going to convert into a level 2 spell slot.
That sounds highly efficient.
So that I can cast invisibility.
Okay, on just yourself?
I unfortunately can only do it on myself, yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll just walk sneaky by myself.
Almyre, can you cast invisibility on? Oh, actually,
Hold on.
what if I cast
Wait.
invisibility on Horace and I turn into a guard?
I can actually cast invisibility on 2 people because I finished a short rest, which means I can...
Oh yeah, you're a warlock. Yeah.
No, yeah, I can choose expended spell slots to recover up to a combined level of 3. So I can use 1/3 level. I can get 1/3 level back and use it to cast invisibility at a 3rd level, which I can choose 2 people. So I can choose myself and Horace and concentrate on that while you concentrate on invisibility on yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself then.
I will cast it on me and Horace.
Awesome.
And then I guess I'm gonna sneak around to the front of Blossom Blade and sneak in.
Yes.
Okay. So as you get closer to town, you're all invisible, so I'm not having you roll stealth checks for this. But as you get closer to town, you can see the guards standing outside of all of the establishments. At least 1 guard at the front door and back door. Multiple guards for the larger ones, such as the tavern. So as you approach Blossom Blade Academy, there are 2 doors here. 1 guard standing at the front door and 1 guard standing at the back door. That's the training grounds, the back door.
I believe an object interaction does not knock you out of invisibility, right? It's just that attacks or cast a spell.
Yep.
Can I find a big rock and throw it around the corner to distract the guard to get away from the back door?
Video game style.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check to see if you can throw it in just the right spot to distract him.
Is that just a raw dexterity check or like an athletics?
Yeah, just a raw dexterity check.
Acrobatics was the word that I meant, but 15.
Okay. 15 is good enough to pick up a pebble and throw it at the side of a house while the guard is looking away, and it plinks off the wood and falls into the dirt enough to arouse the guard's suspicion, and he walks away and he goes to inspect this window of the house as if he thinks that someone might be trying to get out of this window.
Okay. Can we sneak in the door?
Yes, you may. You may. Again, not requiring a stealth check. You open the door just enough to slide in. All right, and we will go to Blossom Blade Academy, and I think your tokens are all still here.
Whoa, my entire thing just crashed. Almyre, just like.
Oh, you might need to reload.
Yeah, it gave me like an actual bug, like oops.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oopsie daisy.
Oh.
All right. So you all are inside.
Oh, this is one of the guards.
Oh, this
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the Grand Guard.
Yeah,
I just put out, and
sorry,
there's another one.
I didn't mean to move him. He was here, right?
Oh no, you're good. You're good. So you all are able to sneak in the back door of Blossom Blade Academy through this back entrance, and as you enter, you see Thistle kind of head in his hand. He's got a glass of whiskey on the bench next to him, and he doesn't hear you coming in.
And when we come in, can we do a perception check just to make sure there's no guards or anything that are waiting? No one's standing guard inside. Oh boy, I wish I had a higher. It's an 11.
With an 11, you take a cursory look around. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's a little dark. You see Thistle's lit some candles already. The forge is completely dead. It looks like he hasn't been smithing at all today.
What if we become, we turn, visible and then just kind of knock on the wood somewhere here just to start on like our new customers.
What I was going to say, we can't talk to each other. I'm gonna sneak up behind him and pull out the letter and set it on the table in front of him.
There's a light wind and it goes into the fire.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pull the letter from Junior out of your pocket and you set it on the bench next to him, next to his glass of whiskey. And for a moment, he doesn't see that it's there.
Can I set it on his glass of whiskey, like flat on, like it's covering the drink? Because it should just reappear when I let go.
Right. Yeah. So you put the letter on his glass of whiskey, and as he looks down to go take another drink, he sees the letter there, and is a little confused, and he immediately whips up and starts to look around. And he says, "What's this? Who's there?"
As he's looking around, I'll take his glass of whiskey. Would that make a check come out of invisibility?
I mean, no.
No, it doesn't.
You would immediately get suspicious.
I'm gonna wait a second to see if any guard comes or anything. Because if he's gonna say who's there, it's definitely gonna draw attraction to somebody who's inside this.
Well, he's not like yelling it. He's just saying it aloud, and like that wouldn't necessarily pass through a door. So you don't see any of the guards come in, but you see him look up and look around, say who's there, stand up for a moment, pick up his glass of whiskey, and you see him walk over, put the glass of whiskey on this table right here, and he opens the letter. And as he does, he puts a hand on the table as if to brace himself, and you can kind of see like these emotions washing over him, and you see a tear come out of his eye as you can tell that he's recalling the memories that his son had put into this letter, and he gently rolls it back up and puts it on the glass of whiskey and slowly makes his way over to the forge, all the while being entirely silent.
While he's reading it, can I kind of I don't know if I can do this quietly or if like Pascal can kind of understand, like feel where I'm trying to go, but can like I get Pascal to jump down on the counter so he knows like we're here?
So, if Pascal leaves you and comes back, Pascal wouldn't necessarily be invisible anymore because he's his own entity.
That's true. Okay.
So
I think it'd be-
Thistle. So, go ahead, John.
I guess I would need to talk to do that, so never mind.
So Thistle walks over to the forge and pulls a sword out of the cold coals, and walks over, grabs the leather sheath that's laying on this table, wipes off the sword with an oiled rag, and puts the blade in the sheath. You then see him walk over slowly to a chest across from this ladder, dig through it a little bit, and he pulls out some leather armor and a small scroll. And then he puts the armor on the table as well as the scroll. And then he walks back over here, grabs the letter and the whiskey, and sits down, clenching the letter in his hands, a glass of whiskey in the other.
I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna put everything in the bag.
So, Jeatz, you grab the armor, the scroll, and the sword that's on the table and put it in the bag of holding. I understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I look
You
out
do
the
that.
window on the back door to see if there's like a window out here, if I can see like where the guard is? If he's like moved back yet, or
So you can see through the little window that's built into this door that there is a guard right outside. And you hear Thistle say, I need help in here. I think I heard something. And the guard takes a moment, but rushes into the door. From both sides, you see, and they look at Thistle, and they say, "Oh, they don't say anything, right? Because they don't speak." And they look at him quizzically, and Thistle turns around and says, "Oh, you know what? I think it might have just been the wind." And they give him a bit of a scowl, but you don't see that because you all run out the back door.
Cool.
Haven't taken the sword and the armor.
what a guy,
What a man.
what an orc, whatever he is.
Ooh, I loved that. I loved that. All right,
Can
so-
what? Well, I can wait. I can wait.
So you all are still invisible, and you have this for an hour, basically. So what else do you want to do before enacting the next part of your plan? You can go back to the woods. You know, I'll bring up the larger map while you discuss. And if you want, you know, you can whisper to each other. You know, the wind's blowing, the leaves are rattling. So when you're outside, you know, you can kind of whisper to each other without too much stuff going on. But I kind of want to take a BRB. You know, the PM has got to do his thing. So we'll be right back.
Carl.
All right.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. Alrighty. Cool. Sorry, just updating timestamps. Alrighty, so you all are still invisible. What plan have you come up with as you're hanging out in the woods?
Our plan is to stay invisible and see how we can get around the barracks that way.
Alright, so I did say earlier that there is a back door, but you may also try the front door. That's up to you. With your perception checks earlier, and this will persist to now, you don't see any guards outside of the barracks guard. So, which door? I guess you know what. Let's go over to that battle map. That might give you a better
Yeah, that's
idea of
probably
what you might
easier.
want to do. Yeah. Okay. Can y'all see?
Yep.
So back here, this is the back door that leads into the kitchen, and right here is the front door. And I intentionally left this middle thoroughfare open because Jeatz, you would at least know that that's what that looks like. There's a central area that leads to some rooms. There's a mess hall. But yeah, this is the back door that leads to the kitchen, and this is the front door with a little secretary area.
Secretariat.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Who
The Secretariat.
Who needs their tokens? Almyre, do you still
I've got mine.
you're still tokenless?
I am.
Tokenless. Okay. There you are. Alrighty. So, which way are you guys going in? You going to try the front door or the back door? And the things off to the side are other areas of the same map. They're not separate buildings.
I guess we need to think about maybe where the most guards would be. If we're invisible, we need to find out a way to best enter the door
I
without...
think probably let's check the back door. I'm whispering this to them, but I'm not a quiet person as Caleb. I think let's check the back door and try to get in that way, because most likely the guards are probably going to be closer to the front. And when we go in, we can at least if we need to back out and readdress or something, we can.
How do you want to open the back door without raising suspicion of it just opening by itself?
The first thing is it unlocked? So we could test the door handle.
Yeah. The door handle's unlocked. It is not a locked door.
I guess we could use your tactic and throw a rock at it. See if somebody hears it and opens the door.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up a rock and I toss it at the door.
You know what? I do the polite thing and I knock.
All right. You knock. And
I'm gonna knock on the door and kind of back.
No, the door's here, over to the right.
Oh.
Yeah. That what you were looking through is a window. No, this is.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Sorry.
I was a little worried about. That's why I was a little more worried about it,
is-
'cause I thought we were going to open it right in front of everybody eating lunch or something.
No. What's here is just the straight shot that Jeatz.
Okay, then I'm good with just open.
All right.
Okay, yeah, then let's knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I just walk in. I mean,
Yeah, so-
stealthily, but
Of course. So you walk in and you find the pantry, with one of those flapper, kitchen style doors leading into the kitchen, to your left. But otherwise, in here, there's just wares, flour, fruits, bread, that kind of thing.
this very much feels like that house we snuck into when we went. Was it Critic's house or no? There's something in the last campaign that I dimension doored in.
Oh no, that was the
Lord of Blades
Manor.
Yeah.
You snuck in through the back door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Can I kind of poke around in here and see if there's anything of...
It's just rations, man. It's just food.
Is CC right
supplies,
here, just
general.
ready to go? Yeah.
Yeah, CC is actually like, oh, you found me. Let's go.
Except she's not because she can't see us. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You are still invisible.
It's okay. We have a connection. She'll know.
We put a letter in front of her.
Yeah. I put the scroll that I just got from Thistle in front of her.
Oh,
She's
my
like,
God.
light armor. What? Okay. Can I kind of do one of them like tiny pushes to get some sight line through the door?
You would open it to a hearth. That's right here. So you would have to open it at least halfway to get a better look.
Ooh.
What if we wait till someone comes in?
Well, we're invisible, so that's gonna run out eventually.
Let's open the door then. The
I
guards are
think
probably out, looking
I
for
think
us.
we
There's probably
do
not
it
too many here.
slow, like over the course of a minute, as if it was like
The course of
just
a
like a
minute.
yes.
natural,
Like a
it's
left
just
ajar.
like a natural,
Yes.
It's definitely a spring-loaded door, but sure, if you want to take one whole minute to open it.
I want to
flat
take
springs are
42
just really
seconds
ruined.
exactly, actually.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check to see if you nail that 40-second door open.
Oh boy, not acrobatics, specifically dexterity.
Yeah. Very specific.
That's a
You backflip
11.
and then open the door.
11? Sure, yeah. I was targeting like a 2 for the DC. You open the door and see no one in here.
If I ain't gotten that one. You do it in 41 seconds, and that was actually just a little too quick for the guards.
And the guard timing is on point. I've got initiative going in my head.
God.
No, you open the kitchen to see nothing in here besides, what looks like the middle of like a lunch abandoned.
Not on purpose, but 42 seconds is actually a denomination of 6, and would be within the, if I remember correctly.
Not sure what you're saying there, but you do it successfully, so.
Rounds are 6 seconds long, and that would be the 8th round.
I see.
Okay, yeah, so I sneak on in. I poke around, see if there's any items or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing here. It's just a kitchen, unless you want to pick up like a knife and call it a dagger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anything look good on the table that I can eat?
Oh yeah, there's like a fresh rotisserie chicken. Well, maybe not fresh, but like, because it's late afternoon. But they had a rotisserie chicken in front of the hearth for lunch.
Are there
put
any
it in my
berries or
pocket.
anything?
Yeah. There's like a bowl of berries over here on this little prep table.
I go snag one and give it to Pascal.
Oh yeah. You pick up the berry, it turns invisible. You feel Pascal chomp at your fingers a little bit as he's trying to get it. And a little berry juice,
Pascal.
fun.
Pascal becomes visible because he attacked me.
Part of my plan.
But luckily he's a chameleon lizard, so he just turns back into see-through.
Oh yes, perfect. That's
Canonically,
that's
that is
camouflage
actually
works.
how he's invisible right now. He's just camouflaged. He's not
Nullifying what I said like 20 minutes ago. Perfect.
You're right. I found a loophole, boys.
All right. So as you guys are walking around the kitchen, this door is has like a little like panel that you can see through it, because it's like if people are going in and out of the kitchen from the mess hall, you can just kind of look through. And as you peer through, you also don't see any guards in the mess hall.
Oh, curious.
Very barren in here.
Okay,
I guess they have all the guards searching out for us.
I'm gonna sneak on in.
Right. So, as you guys are sneaking past, this door right here is just open. Doesn't seem unusual that it is, but you do see a guard here, standing guard in the hallway, and you can kind of see someone sitting at the secretary desk down at the end of the hallway.
Can I walk carefully, being kind of looking at my feet and around to make sure there aren't traps I'm standing on? And
Oh,
just
this
kinda
place is
walk
very
in?
this place is very clean. No, you don't have to worry about things being on the floor.
Okay. Then can I just kind of walk in to kind of put my eyes on the situation and walk back out?
Yeah, absolutely. So what you see on this door are a sword and a shield hanging on either side. What you see on these 3 doors are some variation of like a sigil, like a necklace that's hung there to signify some kind of importance.
Are none of them see through?
These are very
None of
much
them have
solid
panels. Okay.
solid doors. Correct.
Okay.
And then as you were looking around, you can kind of get a peek into this room down here. So I'll show you what you see. Let me see if I can do a little bit of that. Yeah, that'll work. So you see kind of like the edge of a staircase that might go up, but you also see a staircase that goes down into a basement.
Is that an open? It's not a door. It's a
Yeah, this is just an open
Like-
archway right here.
archway. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Can I? Can I kind of sneak in here?
Sure, yeah, if you want to take a bit of a closer look, yeah. So you see a little bench on the side, but you see a wooden staircase going up, presumably to the second floor. And as you look down, a staircase with a door leading downstairs.
Okay. And then like a little door that goes to the behind the desk.
Yeah, and then there's a little door here that goes behind the secretary desk. Yep.
Okay.
We can't
can
see
I-
into any of the cells. Or see the other doors in the hallway there. I assume this might be cells.
Well, I mean,
Or I guess-
you wouldn't have any reason to think that they were cells. They're barracks, right? So presumably they're rooms of some kind.
I guess
But
they would,
again, this
you know,
one
you'd
had a
have a
sword and a
different type
shield,
of.
and these one have sigils.
Okay. I guess you just by the type of door, maybe we'd be able to tell if they were a cell or not. But I guess they look more like storage or other rooms that are unrelated.
So I'll get rid of the.
If you want to deal with this guard, I have an idea of how I could deal with him. But then it might cause me to become well, there's 2 ways. One way, I could kill him and become invisible, but
Ooh, the tension is building.
Can I get a
we'd
time check
explore
on how
the
long we've been
downstairs.
invisible?
You're coming up on like 45 minutes.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, you're running out of time.
I say that we.
how about this? I could get rid of this guard. I would become visible, but we would have time. You could have some time to explore the upstairs and downstairs while you're invisible, or you and Almyre. And then I could get rid of him, get rid of the front person, while you guys go up and downstairs.
I go over and I go, well, I do look like them currently, so I could just. Well, I don't think we should engage until we have to. So.
Very well. I'll go
why
see
don't
if I can find something upstairs.
Okay, I'll go down. I think it'll be easier for me to get out than it would be you guys. So.
Right. I will take my self upstairs slowly.
Alrighty.
And I go downstairs.
Almyre, what are you doing?
I'm going to help Jeatz downstairs.
So, Jeatz and Almyre, as you're heading downstairs, you kind of cross this threshold. There's this open door, and there's an open staircase right here that leads down into a dungeony area that you can see as you're kind of peeking around halfway down the staircase.
Okay. I'm gonna keep walking down since I'm invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just being careful.
You walk down the staircase, and this is what you see. The dungeon appears empty, and you see CC sitting in the corner. Except there is one figure sitting on the bed next to her, over here in the corner.
Is that just a token, or is that a guard?
It's just a token. It's just they were,
Okay.
I had a few on the map, but
I am going to
looks hooded and is looking down.
Can I do a perception check to see if it's Magnus?
Yeah. Go for
Or
it.
if I guess if I recognize them, but like,
I mean, the person's sitting there with a hood over his head, like looking down, and you wouldn't be able to see his face, but you can still make a perception check to see if you. Okay.
We leave Magnus in the tower.
Magnus.
no,
Magnus.
Peeled off.
Magnus peeled off and is walking, like on his own 2
Back
feet
to
back
us.
to.
Okay.
Just making sure you didn't get recaptured. Okay, can I sneak back to the kitchen and grab as many like berries and cutlery and things, and put it in my bag, and then come back? Just
What?
trust me. I'm gonna sneak back. I'm gonna grab a bunch of stuff from the kitchen, and I'm gonna come back. And I'm going to start rolling the berries into the cage to try to get CC's attention.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can sneak back to the kitchen.
So I do that.
While you're going back to the kitchen and grabbing a few things, Horace, what are you doing here upstairs? If you're walking into the hallway, you see kind of a familiar sight, just kind of a hallway with doors on the left and the right. Presumably, these are not cells, but the barracks proper where they sleep.
Oh, I don't want to touch those doors then if they're sleeping in there. This door seems, I guess, a little bit different. So I'm gonna maybe creak this one open a little bit, slowly open it.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
God, fuck. Which dice should I use? Sleight of hand, 7. Ugh.
You open the door to see this. One of the guards is sitting on the edge of their bed. The other one is laying in bed. And as you creak open the door, the one sitting on the edge of the bed makes direct eye contact with you.
How does it make
Draws
eye
his
contact?
sword.
I would still be
no.
invisible.
Oh wait, shit, he's invisible. So yes,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Yeah,
have eye
that's
contact,
what I was
but-
like. What do you mean? He
The
can't
door
see him?
opens.
Do they have true sight? That's bullshit.
No, they don't know how
I-
to sight.
I kind of dodge over here to the like kind of right
I was
here.
gonna say, Avery, if they've all had true sight, you're a fucking
This whole
bastard.
time.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
No, so he looks over, draws his sword and walks to the door and busts it open, and looks to the left and to the right, scanning down the hallway.
Do I hear that?
I mean, you would hear a door slam open from upstairs, and you do see the 2 guards that you can see react. So, like, we'll say that you're like halfway down the hallway, and you see the guard that's in the hallway react and run upstairs, and nods to the one on the secretary desks.
I am like flat against the wall right here. Just like, oh my god.
Okay, maybe if seeing that, I think I'm gonna head back downstairs. Like, I'm gonna do what I was trying to do and head back downstairs quick.
Okay. Yeah. So Jeatz will say now you're back downstairs. Almyre, were you doing anything in that moment?
Nope, I was waiting. He said he had a plan. And
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck this plan is, but
So,
It
Jeatz,
involves
you
cutleries and berries.
Jeatz, you show back up. There's a little sconce in the middle of the room that's kind of kicking up smoke. It's honestly kind of hard to see through the room. There's kind of like some smoke hanging out at the top of it.
I
Maybe a little
pour
bit
all of the
perhaps
food.
intentionally.
I pour all the food into No, I don't do that. I don't do that yet. That's a bad idea. You can't write, so that's.
You should just place the whole rotisserie chicken right on the floor and see what
My
happens.
Generic token.
Oh, it's a sexy prisoner.
Oh.
Where did it?
Screw
Oh, it's not
you,
loading
CC.
for me. What the hell?
Isn't that the brother?
No. Oh, this isn't working. Oh. I can't see it. Can you guys see me just
there's
having
three of
drag
them.
There's three of them.
tokens?
Oh yeah,
I don't know
they're
what's-
having
I
a
don't know
good
what's
time.
going on. Okay, let me reload the page real quick. Just three dudes in a cell. There. Okay.
Three dudes.
There we are. 3 dudes in a cell. Okay. There we go. This is just my generic Win in the Wild male NPC.
Okay, I'm gonna come up and kind of start rolling berries in to get Cece's attention.
Okay. As you do that, Cece's just kind of like looking around, hanging out. She looks very uncomfortable. As you're doing that, give me a perception check.
Okay. Boy, I missed the 19 I had earlier. Oh, hey, a 19.
hey,
You are rolling berries through the bottom of this cage, and you see Cece looks down at the floor and looks up very concerned. And she turns her head slowly, and the hooded figure grabs her by the hair in this cage. Looks up and is actually, in fact, one of the Grand Guard.
Yep.
And pulls Cece up by the hair, holding her off of her feet like this. And you can hear her struggling, like, let me go. And from behind you, you hear a snap. And very suddenly, coming out of gaseous form, many members of the Grand Guard appear as they descend from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Not including who you would know the captain of the Grand Guard to be, Thidoff Thunderbane. Everyone roll
Okay.
initiative.
No.
you said including or
15.
not
We're gonna-
including?
Including Thidoff Thunderbane. So I'm going to have this Grand Guard guy be here since you're already in that square.
Okay.
So, yes, descending out of their gaseous form from the ceiling with the sconce burning, you are descended upon by Grand Guard members. We're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
I used my inspiration to roll my initiative again. Because I got a nat 1. And I went better. I rolled a 17. Man, I really thought after not getting caught upstairs, I would have not fucked up the stealth. We would have had a successful mission here, but
Oh, there. There's
Anybody have to be
nothing
tricky.
going on upstairs. All right, Jeatz on my
it
right.
was too easy.
15.
Okay, 15 for
26.
Jeatz. On my right, 26.
It was too quiet. A little too quiet.
All right. Oh,
Hope
shit.
you got something smart, Almyre, because I fucking don't. I have 0 spell slots.
Monsters.
Oh no. Well, the good news is that we are invisible, so they don't know where we are.
That's true.
But you did just roll some fucking fruit in there, so
Yeah, but I could roll that from a far distance away. We're good.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Did I just add like a shit?
mm.
Whoops. I added...
That's what the initiative track.
a little over 100 of the Grand Guards. I don't know how that happened.
Oh my.
Yeah, only a little over 100. It's only supposed to be like 70.
There's 25 to each room.
Okay.
I forgot that they have gaseous form.
Me too.
I did also forget that.
You know, he did say it was hard to see through.
Yep.
No, I seeded that thought. Don't you worry about it. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. GG2. I really should have set this up earlier. Well, honestly, I fucked up setting it up initially, so GG2. GG3.
GG is in gaseous guard.
Yeah, gaseous guard. They toot a lot. And also, after the session's over, I'll tell you the actual monster name of this dude, but it's incredible. Okay, so Jeatz, you would know this guy because you've been told to avoid him, but this is Thidoff Thunderbane.
Thidoff
behind you.
Thunderbane.
And we will do this. GG1, GG2, GG3, GG4. The other Grand Guard, they're a little too far away to act in initiative, Horace, so I'll give you pretty much free reign to do what you want on your turn. So with that, let me go to this. I will send you the initiative link. Open in my browser. Open in the wild. Okay, there you go. So there's the initiative link. So up first is Almyre. So you are still invisible. So before we do that, because we're rolling initiative, you heard Thidoff snap his fingers, and immediately behind you, Almyre, the door shuts, and you can see this arcane shimmer over it. And Thidoff says,
Well, I think we found ourselves the fugitives. Surrender now, and CC doesn't have to die. Should you choose to fight for your lives, CC will die, and I will kill all of you. But you will, trust me, you will face the justice of the Winter Court.
all right, and Almyre, that takes us to your turn.
Okay, so. Oh, Lord have mercy. I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. And also, I don't know if it gets me in a better position than I am right now.
Remember, surrendering is an option, because as I see it, you don't have too many other outs.
How small can I? How big are the bars on the cell?
They're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of space. They're like banded. It's like just flat iron.
Okay. If, say, Cece were to, her entire body were to be halved inside.
Or to be a what?
Were to be halved. HALVED.
No, she could definitely not fit through the bars of the cell.
She still could not
It'd have
fit
to be
through
like
the bars.
a rat, basically, to fit through
It'd
the
have
cell.
to be a rat. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that is good
rat,
to know.
We'll say rat-sized hole.
Well, then I'm going to stealthily sneak down the stairs.
Sneaky.
Invisible,
Mhm.
and cross the room to the cell door. And just, I know it's locked, so I'll just be here, and if it opens, I'll go in.
Okay.
But I will hold my action, and that action will be a disguise self spell.
Oh, okay.
Should I be found here or detected, I will make it seem as if I am coming out of gaseous form, disguising myself as a guard.
Okay. We can do that.
But for now, I'm holding that, so...
Got it. Does disguise
No,
self also affect your clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
Clothes, armor, everything.
That works.
Caleb, are you still a guard?
Horace.
Yeah, I am still a guard.
I kind of want to hold my action to see what the hell they do. I don't want
Horace,
to sit there
you,
and
you have no idea this is going on.
So you're just
So if you could
waiting.
please.
I guess I'll venture past them. Oh, I just assume these are all they're yeah, I guess if I don't know going, I'll try to continue kind of past these people.
So I was gonna hide what his stat block was, and I just did not make any attempt to change his name before on the initiative tracker.
Oh, a galvanic blast.
Oh shit! No, I fuck! I fucked up his last name.
I don't think it changes.
No. There we go. No, it should show something different.
I will. I guess we'll just walk right here and kind of go against this wall to see what these guards are gonna do. You know, if they're gonna go back in the room, or if this guard right here is gonna come up to the stairs. I just want to get away, a little bit more space between me and the guards.
Okay. So that works. And honestly, I'll have all of the guards upstairs act on the same initiative. Jeatz, that takes us to your turn. You've just rolled some berries. You've heard Thidoff Thunderbane, and the Grand Guard come out of their gaseous form after rolling a few berries over to CC. And Thidoff is threatened to kill CC if you don't surrender.
Can I move over here? And a question about mechanics of initiative. Functionally, the second that they started appearing, we were in initiative, correct?
Yes, their surprise round was dropping concentration on Thidoff, his snap, initiating the arcane lock, plus the Grand Guard coming out of gaseous form, all happened as a surprise round.
Gotcha. Do these stairs, is there a wall right here? Or is it just open?
It's a little open. It turns into a wall where it meets the ceiling. These are this is a 15-foot ceiling cell, basically. High ceilings for a cell. So maybe it's 12 feet.
Okay. Can I? Okay, I'm still dressed as a guard, so can I use prestidigitation to make it look like I just appeared a little late? Like 6 seconds late, I guess.
You're going to have to give me a really, really good deception check. And I mean a really good deception check. Like DC 28 deception check.
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
I mean, I can
Possibly
only do
varies.
that with a nat. Well, I can't technically do that unless you count a nat 20 as an automatic success.
What's your bonus to deception?
+5.
+5. So we'll call it a nat 20 then.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that because
Never tell me the
I know.
odds. Unless they're 5%.
Can I go?
Come on!
Can I go test the door lock?
Yeah, if you want to spend your movement and walk up to the door, you can use your action to inspect it if you'd like.
Yeah. So is it locked?
Sure. Just
that-
as a free action, you walk up to the door and there's this arcane shimmer. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. 19.
With a 19, you know this to be the arcane lock spell. There was a door there that shut itself that you heard slam shut when Thidoff snapped his fingers. But it's covered in this magical arcane lock, so you are locked in.
Well, then question. Arcane Lot is a touch spell?
Sure, that's true.
So does that mean that he's up here then?
No, there are other types of magic.
So it's not an Arcane Lock spell?
No, it is. It is an arcane lock spell, but there are more types of magic than there's the magic that you touch to cast.
Can Mage Hand do that? You cast a spell
Okay.
too.
This is the benefit of you all not having having played in a super high level campaign, because you don't see spells generally past like 5th level.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna hang out at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
I like to imagine they peered. You see, he said that, and then all of a sudden they hear the door panic, like the door locked panic, like try to shake and
Just
open, but they don't see anyone.
Jiggling. All right. Okay. That takes
Wait, well,
us.
did you say that was my action or my...
It takes an action to inspect it. So I
Okay.
gave you the
Then-
Arcana check to check what spell it is. So the spell is Arcane Lock.
Okay. I would like for you to explain to me how it isn't touch after this game, if you're
Oh,
willing to.
you got it. You
Okay.
absolutely got it. Okay.
Okay.
So that takes us to Thidoff's turn. And Thidoff walks over to the edge of the cage here, speaking out to the rest of the room and says, "If you don't reveal yourselves in the next instant, I'm gonna kill Cece right here, right now, and you'll watch her die and know that it's your fault." And you see him start to conjure some lightning energy in his hand outside the cage. Almyre and Jeatz, you have an opportunity to drop your invisibility willingly at any moment. You don't have to wait till your turn comes up. However, Almyre, what that does mean is that if you drop your invisibility, because you're concentrating on Horace's, his invisibility too will drop.
Yes.
I
I know.
I've actually been waiting on that because I think it'd be really funny. Just Horace just sneaking away, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I'm tiptoeing down
Uh-oh.
the hall. I'm not looking
hi,
the other way.
I drop mine. I drop mine before Almyre can, hoping that Almyre doesn't.
Okay. So, I'll pause the music for a moment here. So, Almyre, you hold your invisibility for just a moment, and then Jeatz, you drop your invisibility. I'll give you free reign to move for a little bit, but obviously you won't have an action until your turn comes back around.
I'm just gonna move back down the stairs.
You see the thunder is still sparking in his hand because it's still technically his turn. I'm just giving you a little free movement.
And can I have a berry in my hand? So that it's clear I was
sure.
the one rolling the berries. Yeah.
Yeah. So Thidoff, is conjuring a spell in his hand, but sees that you have dropped invisibility. Well, what do we have here? The perpetrator?
I don't speak because I still look like it.
Because you are still a guard. Interesting. Well, give me a deception check to pass yourself off as a guard as you look up at him.
Okay.
I hate when you did the guard thing.
As you look like a guard. Oh,
they
I
can't
know.
speak, so like any interaction is like, but do they do that? Do they speak at certain parts? Do they not?
Hey man, this is a room.
I think I don't. I can't remember if I get advantage or just a +1. What's actor?
It's just a +1 to your roll to pass yourself off as someone else.
Oh no, I get advantage. Ooh.
And this is just to look like them.
Pass me.
But it's been just a +1.
No, you gain +1 charisma.
So is it advantage or a +1 to your charisma?
You get +1 and advantage on passing yourself off. So instead of a +2, it's a feat that gives you +1, and it's not +1 to my roll. It's actor.
Explain.
If you would like to read it.
Oh, you took an actor. Okay, you took the actor feat.
Yeah, I took actor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not my
That's fine, then.
It's not my thing.
I thought changelings got a +1 to pass themselves off as other people.
No,
to deception checks.
I may get that as well, but that's not.
Okay, well, do your roll.
I got a 15.
Okay. Well, you certainly look like one of the guards. But I've heard that song and dance before when Nox was taken from the tower. Name and rank.
I still don't say anything, and I fucking hate you, Avery.
He stands there for a moment. If there's anyone else in this fucking room, reveal yourselves or CC dies. You see him conjure lightning in his hand and throw it to the corner. And he casts lightning bolt right where CC is.
Oh.
And that's going to be...
No. Why?
...31 damage. And you see the Grand Guard that's holding her jumps out at the way at the last second. And you see CC turn to ash.
Ugh.
In the cell.
I don't react.
I'm gonna roll.
Thidoff looks back over to you, Jeatz, to look for your action. You, stone-faced. Well, even if you aren't one of us. I still don't recognize you. Don't know that any of my men do either. Again, you're going to face the justice of the Winter Court. We're going to use you to bring your other friends in, you conspirators. And that'll be that. So, turn around, put your hand behind your back, and this will all be over. You don't have to feel any more pain. Well, except that you might have killed your best friend. But I don't care about that.
Can I do an insight check? Is he like gonna kill me here, or is he just putting handcuffs on me?
Sure, you may roll an insight check.
19.
19. He's pretty violent. He might just kill you. Regardless of if he gets those handcuffs on you or not. Joy!
I'm gonna trust in my friends and just turn around.
All right. That takes us to the Grand Guard's turn. So, Horace, thankfully you are still invisible. The Grand Guard upstairs, they do a little bit of looking around. But the Grand Guards downstairs, they're going to do something a little different. They are going to cast... let's see, what's the... Grand Guard 1 is going to cast... Actually, you know what? No. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. I had a different plan for them. But Almyre, that takes us back to your turn. There's you do see that one of them moves up to the staircase to stand in front of the door, but that's it.
Cool. I am going to once again hold my action. Now, since I was holding a spell, does that mean I need to mark off that spell slot even though I did not use it?
Holding an action as a spell does count as casting the spell, so you can still cast it right now if you want to.
I do not.
Like just before your turn, you can say, "Okay, I want to activate my held spell," but it does still count as the spell slot.
Gotcha. I do not want to cast a spell because I don't want to drop invisibility. But I am marking off the spell slot.
Okay.
I'd like to remain invisible and wait this out, and hopefully go up the stairs with, as they,
Oh, okay. So you want to like stay invisible and try and like go behind them.
Yes. I'm going to hold an action though of my momentary stasis. So the trigger will be if Thunder Guy goes to harm Jeatz. I will enact momentary stasis, which means that he would need to make a Constitution saving throw. But unless he doesn't do that, I'm not going to. I'm just going to stay invisible and try to go up the stairs with him.
Okay, that works. Okay,
Hey,
Horace, it's your turn.
I do have a follow-up question after Horace's turn.
Okay. Yeah, before your turn starts. That's fine.
Yeah.
Knowing what's probably up here, just a bunch of... Well, I think each room is guards, so I'm gonna go sneak my way kind of back downstairs.
Okay.
And I just want to kind of wait, like, under the...
Yeah, you want to like jump down the staircase.
Staircase
hide
here.
underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
And see if I can wait for them to come up.
That would be a let's see, 5.
I guess I'll
15,
me
20, 25,
right
30,
there.
35. If you wanted to, like use your action to dash,
Yeah, I'll dash because I'm not using my attack or anything, so I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay. And you can kind of put yourself anywhere downstairs that you'd like if you're dashing.
Yeah, I'll be under the staircase here.
Okay.
I'll just put my in the middle there.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. All right, Jeatz, what was your question at the end of Horace's turn?
I never rolled my wild magics.
Uh-oh.
For your invisibility?
Yes.
Um,
Asking you how you'd like to handle that.
Statute of limitations. Right?
I would say this is going to happen more than once, so just setting ground rules. You can roll it. Actually, you know what? There's no point. There's no point. Because if you roll it and anything would have activated then while you were like in invisibility, it would have taken you out of invisibility inevitably. So it's benefited you up to until this point that you haven't rolled it. In theory, assume it would have procced, so just move the counter up by 1.
Okay.
And I think that's how we'll play it. If you forget to roll it, just move the counter up by 1 unless it's like a stake-free situation. We got pretty high stakes because you're invisible trying to infiltrate a place. If it's just like you're out in the town and like you're like, oh shit, I cast, a couple spells, trying to like
Right.
sleight of hand some merchants, then it like might latently react, because it's more fun. But I would say at the moment, no, because it's high stakes. Because you might cast like time stop or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that would only be beneficial to you, or it might actually kill you.
Yeah.
So
well, and the reason I was also wondering is because I forgot I had Tides of Chaos used, and you can proc that at any moment you want. So
that's true. I don't want to do that.
So, yeah, that's fine.
I'm waiting for the right like narrative moment to be like, oh yeah, you're.
I thought you were gonna do
Pascal
it
goes
right
insane.
as I thought that's what you were gonna do, was right as I rolled the berry. You were like, all right, roll your wild magic save.
Oh no, that probably would have been a good idea. Okay, so that takes us to your turn, Jeatz. You've turned around to put your hands behind your back. You're surrounded by the Grand Guard. What are you doing?
I mean, I really don't have anything I can do. I have 0 spell slots left, so I guess I'm just gonna. Can I hold a magic, like hold an action without? Like, can I hold an action without it like being aggressive? I guess if it's a cantrip.
I mean, yeah, you can hold an action to do whatever you'd like. If you're putting your hands behind your back, I'll say you can like prep a cantrip even if you'd like, and then just hold the final casting of it until,
Okay.
the start of your next turn.
Well, these are all verbal. Not somatic. Okay. Well, what's somatic?
Hands.
Hands.
Okay, then I'm just gonna hold Thunderclap. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold Thunderclap for and aim at this direction. It's
What takes you guys out of invisibility?
if I cast a spell, it takes me out of invisibility.
Which you already are, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Target. But okay, so you can take damage and still remain invisible.
Correct. Yeah. Now, if it's a concentration, so you'd have to roll concentration, but.
That's fair.
But I know it's only attacking and casting a spell.
Okay, so
Prepping a spell oh no, it doesn't count as casting a spell. You just use the spell.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went through that with Almyre.
Okay. Yeah. Now I understand why that question mattered. So I'm just gonna prep Thunderclap. So if he hits me with a spell, I at least have some kind of retaliation.
Okay. So Thidolf Thunderbane takes out of his pocket some arcane shackles and clamps them around your wrist, and you feel the spell that you have prepared fizzle out
that
of your
makes
hands.
Hmm.
Oh, we can't go having you fucking magic assholes casting spells now, can we? That's reserved for the elite of the Grand Guard. He puts the shackles on your hand and pulls you down a little bit so you're bending backwards and puts a hand around your throat. And he says out into the air, if there's any other fuckers in here, you better reveal yourselves or I'm gonna kill him too. Right here, right now. And Almyre, you see conjuring in his hand some more sparks, and you see them shocking at Jeatz's throat.
I'm going to wait until the last second. Does he continue to build it and go to cast?
Casts lightning bolt again.
Before
Jeatz.
that, momentary stasis.
Okay. And what does that do?
I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Get a dice here. Come on. Just a +2. That's a 7.
He fails. The creature is encased in a field of magical energy until the end of my next turn, or until the creature takes any damage. While encased in this way, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay. What does this look like to others? Because the Grand Guard are up next in initiative.
That's a great question. So it would look
freeze,
like,
I assume?
yeah, it's just like there's a. It's kind of like a force field around him, but he can pass through it. You can touch him, you can harm him, but he is frozen. So it's like he's
Is it type of frozen where you can still talk or something? Your just body's frozen.
incapacitated.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
incapacitated.
So no, he is completely frozen. So imagine he's got the lightning and he's about to cast it, and his body just goes rigid, and the lightning drops, and he's just stuck.
Okay. So, yeah, his hand is gripping the bar between the arcane shackles and that you're locked into. Jeatz, so you're still bending backwards and his hand is gripped around your throat, but you feel the tickling stop as Almyre does this time stop-esque move. Almyre, I assume that doesn't bring you out of invisibility because
that's what I'm looking right now.
Oh yeah, if it's an ability, it doesn't take it out.
Yeah,
because it's only
not a
attacks
spell.
and
That's awesome.
casting spells.
Can I smile when that happens, as if I was the one who did it?
Sure. Just an anime villain smile. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that takes us to the Grand Guard. They are taken aback. 1, 2, and 3, and obviously, one's in the silk, so he can't do anything at the moment. But damn. That said, they're all going to cast Witch Bolt on you, Jeatz, to bring you down.
Oh, fuck.
So let's see. Witch Bolt is a. Is that an attack spell? Yeah, range spell attack. Okay. To which they have a +4. So that's good. You can hate me. You can hate me. It's okay. So that's going to be a 15, 19, 18, and 9.
The 9 doesn't hit.
There we go.
All right, that's going to be 3d12 of lightning damage then. 22 lightning damage.
Okay, I'm still up.
Okay, Almyre, that is your turn.
Shit. Damn. I need the door to be unlocked at the top of the stairs. Is what I fucking need.
Yes, that is quite a problem, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it's magically locked, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is arcane lock, the spell.
I don't have to spell.
So they are concentrating on Witch Bolt.
Concentrating on Witch Bolt, which means they're just going to fire again.
At the start of your next turn, does Thunderbane come out of his freeze, or is it at the end?
It's at the end.
I was gonna have him quip, but
More damage, and then he's going to put another thing of shackles on me, though. Once we get up the stairs, I won't be able to face step out of it. We're kind of fucking stuck, aren't we?
there's not always a solution, y'all.
Yeah.
Did we
I
see
don't
any
want to-
windows or anything? Like, is there?
We're in the
Down
basement.
here, it's a dungeon basement. No windows.
I mean, can you see through the door?
No,
No,
he
it's a
explicitly
dungeon.
said it was a
No.
solid oak door.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have already run upstairs and face stepped out.
And left you to die. That's what I'm
No, I would have grabbed Horace.
Take me with you.
Nope. I'm gonna drop invisibility.
Okay.
and-
That's a free action. You may do that. Horace, that also means that you are now visible. You're hiding under the stairs, but you're visible.
Yep.
All right, I assume you can see that happen.
I surrender. And say, it's only me down here. Please don't kill more of your guards just to prove a point. I don't want to see death. I'm going to hold face step, and if on the off chance they don't put shackles on me and we make it upstairs, I will use face step. But I find that highly unlikely.
Okay. That takes us to Horace.
So Thunderbane
Horace.
is out of stasis.
Okay. You see Thunderbane kind of shocked to life, but we'll get to him on his turn initiative. Horace, that is your turn. You have seen yourself come out of invisibility, but your friends have not returned from downstairs as far as you can tell, because all is quiet down here at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh my god, this is quite a puzzle.
Ooh.
Wait,
hold on one second.
Mhm.
Oh, never mind. I'd have to actually verbally. Never mind. As well.
Okay. Horace, that is your turn. You've seen yourself come out of invisibility, but as far as you can tell, your friends have not returned from the dungeon downstairs. Quite the puzzle indeed.
What to fucking do? I can see us getting out of this without attacking everybody, killing every guard here. Fuck. I guess maybe thinking I'm invisible, or knowing that I become visible again. I maybe think something hasn't gone right. Because I assume we would have met up before we did anything to get a game plan. So I'm gonna move back up the stairs, sword in hand. Yeah, I guess I'll just dash upstairs.
Okay.
Or I guess I'll go to the. I won't dash. I'll just go to the top.
Yeah, and I forgot that the Grain Guard are supposed to move on their own turn, so they're just like going to inspect rooms here.
Okay. So I'll just be at kind of the midway here, one of the stairs, almost up. So maybe kind of being sneaky still, just kind of slowly going up, got my sword in my hand, and I guess hold my attack until they come at me.
Okay. Jeatz, that takes us to your turn.
I think Thunderbane's back now, right?
Yes, he
Was
has
the end of
resumed
Almyre's
his
turn?
animate state. Yes.
I turn around and look at Thunderbane and I say to him, we can tell you where Nox is. As long as you promise safety for my friends, you can get to him before he's gone.
You think you have a threat that I will comply with? No, the Winter Court is far more important than Nox. And he is going to once again cast Lightning Bolt at your throat.
No. It's still my turn.
Oh. He will, you can feel arcane sparks at your throat. There is no threat that you can give me that is greater than the whole of the Winter Court.
Since he was frozen, could I have gotten out of his grip while he was frozen?
Was that the let's see.
I mean, I know I haven't had a turn, but
So Thunderbane cast his spell, Almyre froze him.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of Almyre's turn, he became free, so you have not had a turn since he's been frozen. There was not a turn that you could have done anything at all.
Okay.
Now, that's not to say you couldn't try to escape his grasp, because he does have one hand on your shackles.
I don't think there's anything I can do. I think I'm just gonna accept it. I think I'm just gonna pass on my turn. There's nothing I can do.
Thidoff, on his turn, like, puts a little pressure on your shackles and says, "Get to your knees. I need to know that you've given up."
Okay, well, when it's my turn, I'll do that.
I mean, you can get on your knees as a free action in this case.
No.
If
I'm not allowed to wiggle
grapple check,
it.
then.
He's
I'll
gonna do
give
it
him an
slow enough
athletics
to where it is a whole action.
All right, I'll have him roll athletics with advantage.
Okay, and then I roll athletics or acrobatics.
Athletic or acrobatics to resist.
13.
Roll a 14.
Fuck.
He resists a lot. He says, "Why are you resisting so hard?" But finally overpowers you and forces you to your knees. And he says, "Guards, take the girl into custody as well." And the Grand Guards swarm you, Almyre.
I forgot I was a girl, and I was like, "Oh, wait, Cece live?"
Do you let them put the shackles on you, or do you have a...
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so
Here's hoping Horace can get out.
As you do that, your spell fizzles that you had in mind. That takes us to... That's the Grand Guard's turn. They're not attacking. Almyre, you're taken by the shackles. Anything you want to do in your turn while you're in the shackles, maybe? If not, that's okay.
No, because I can't cast any spells or anything, can I?
No, not with the shackles on.
Yeah, no.
That's like an anti-magic field, but just for you.
Yeah. They're wizard spells.
And anti-wizard bullshit. Okay. Horace, that takes us to your turn. I know. If I were a player, it'd be real hard, Sean, because you technically have no idea what the hell's going on downstairs. But I wouldn't fault you for changing your mind, considering your friends haven't come back out.
Run, Sean. And track the prison carriage all the way to the winter port.
Well, I guess what Horace would probably do is probably go try to look down into the room. So I guess I would try to unlock the door. Stealthily. Okay. I'm not gonna, just try to unlock it, try to open it however I can.
So from there, you jump down the stairs. From there, you can give me an Arcana check or a Perception check, whichever is better for you.
Arcana or what?
Arcana or Perception.
That is a 18.
With an 18, this door looks magically locked. There is this arcane shimmer that I explained earlier that appears to have taken over the door. So it's not just a door that's closed. There's an arcane shimmer over it, and you, having been in the Petal Guard for so long, you've had some magical training, would know immediately that that's a magical lock.
Oh, right. Oh boy.
Are you going through all the consequences in your head of any decision you make?
Oh, this sucks. Okay. I will. I guess if I dash. I guess I'm gonna try to dash kind of quickly and quietly kind of through the door here
Okay.
to see if I can
Yeah, give me a stealth
hide
check.
behind it.
Yeah, give me a stealth check to see if you can hide behind that pillar.
I do have disadvantage. Let's say 16.
Okay, 16 will beat the passive perception of the dude at the secretary desk. He's not really into it today. So you do stealthily make it past and are able to hide just behind the corner, unseen for now.
Well, I guess maybe I'll look in here in case maybe they happen to be
Oh
in
no,
this.
no, you
room.
yeah, no, you don't see anyone.
Or like
anyone here.
if I see Almyre and Jeatz in here, in case
Oh, you're like frantically
something happens.
looking.
Like yeah,
just
like
in
I'm
case they
worried.
made it in.
I'm worried that it's locked. Like okay, what if they're stuck in there? You know, we're gonna look on both floors, see what's up, and then kind of
Mhm.
maybe meet together and go through the plan. So I'm just kind of looking for them as well.
Okay. Jeatz, that takes us to your turn. You've been forced to your knees by Thunderbane. With these arcane shackles on.
Wait, I thought that my turn was right before Horace's.
No, your turn is right after Horace's.
Yeah, you're mine. Yeah.
Oh, did the guards and stuff just not do anything?
No, they shackled Almyre. So I don't know when they were concentrating which books they did.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm just on
Yeah.
my knees then. I'm not going to
Okay.
do anything.
So that takes us to Thidof's turn. Shackles. He's forced you to your knees. Jeatz looks over to you, Almyre, as well, and says, "Well, I think 2 out of 4 is good enough for the Winter Court." And with that, Horace, you have run away. We're out of initiative at this moment. Almyre and Jeatz, you are taken into custody with these arcane shackles. Try as you might, you cannot conjure anything to get yourself out of them. You spend some time in the dungeon. Horace, you successfully escape the barracks. What do you do? You don't see your friends come out of the barracks for quite a while. We'll say that you wait several hours even and don't see them come out as you're hiding in the forest. What's going through your mind in this moment as the sun sets as it turns into night?
I guess I'm thinking maybe going back to kind of when we first entered there, it was just like way too empty and way too easy. Well, I guess guards would, they'd probably be out, a little bit more and kind of looking for us, not knowing kind of where exactly we are. There would still probably be a little more activity in the barracks. And so I'm hoping for the best, but thinking, the worst has happened. I'm just waiting for them, hoping that they'll walk out that door.
All right. And with Almyre and Jeatz captured, locked in their arcane shackles, and Horace keeping an eye out outside, waiting for his friends to emerge, we're going to cut over for a moment and do a little vignette So if you would allow me to do a little bit of something. Let me do something like let's see, location images. We're gonna do a little bit of something like
Ooh, pretty.
all right. Alrighty. It's an ordinary day for guard duty at the front gate. Winter has come, so fewer and fewer transports are coming to the Winter Court. Not that there were many in the first place. It's been several days. The trek to the unnamed mountain is hard enough on a summer's day, but with icebergs growing and threatening ships, the last gate duty was soon approaching. Your troop of 3 is currently working rounds on the docks outside the gate proper. Your job is to ensure no scallywags try to smuggle anything into the Winter Court, cause any violence at the docks outside the gate, things like that. Your typical rabble abound, with goblins as the largest majority. They're running around working away. Some of them are running food stands. A few dwarves dot the place, unloading some of the heavier cargo of the latest ship to arrive. The Ghost, they called it. It showed up out of the blue, but you 3 were told it was all above board by your superior, Lieutenant Grangle. On your patrol, as you're walking the docks, you see an old man covered in a long black cloak exit the ship, and a lovely, young-looking Eladrin just behind him. She steps out on the gangplank onto the docks. Everyone give me a charisma saving throw with your secondary characters.
It's going to be very different. Hold on.
Oh, is this to be charmed?
Yes, this is a charmed effect.
I have advantage to avoid being charmed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely use that.
I also have a -1, so we'll see how that goes. I got a 9.
Alright, 9 will fail.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
Ooh,
very nice.
alright.
I got a 0.
Honestly, Austin's been playing a woman for so long. When you said that, I was like, oh, are we attracted to Austin's new character?
No. Okay, so Alon and
Yep.
Drizzle, you feel compelled to bow as this woman steps onto the dock and looks down upon you. However, Muck Deepmantle, your dwarven ways have taught you better than to bow to the Eladrin of the Winter Court. But as she walks by, you can't help but feel charmed by her beauty and grace. She seems to float across the docks, being led by this old man. But you all do recognize her as Lady Airless Frostheart, the center seat of the Winter Court.
I look over to Alon, who I'm assuming is next to me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you 3 are right next to each other.
And I'm like, well, I know we're not really supposed to do this, but I just can't help it, you know?
Whew. Man, that is one fine piece of a lap.
Yeah. Yeah.
She turns around and gives the 3 of you a sly smile.
I kind of like elbow both of them in the gut. Get yourselves together.
Well, Marcus, it's a good day when you get to see someone like that, you know?
I mean, she's good looking, but like not that good looking.
All right.
Man, you
As
wouldn't
you
get it, man.
see, As you see Lady Airless find her way down the dock, you're looking around, going about your guard duties once more, and you see a lone rowboat pulling into the docks, which is unusual. And your job is to inspect the unusual. So what do you do? Looks like a singular figure in this rowboat.
Oi! You there?
This figure looks up at you and kind of says, "Oh yeah, just let me park me boat, please, and then perhaps we can have a chat."
Yeah, we're gonna need to have a chat, but you're gonna need to stay there while we have the chat. How'd you cross on a rowboat?
He looks up at you, he pulls his rowboat to a stop and puts the oars in and pulls down the cloak, and what was making his hood so tall is his rabbit ears. You see it's a rabbit folk who are exceedingly rare already, but you know that they hail from the Spring Court. He says,
"Well, I've travelled a long way from the Autumn Court. It's been a difficult journey for me, so if I could please just get some meat in me belly, maybe some food."
You got
if it's meat you want, I could get you some of my patented hops ale right here.
"Oh, I'd quite like that." But, Alan, you have the right of it that for any single person, especially in a rowboat, to cross the water of the Winter Court is difficult enough, like on an actual sailboat, but a single person? That's unheard of.
Now, I am dumb enough that any bullshit answer he gives, I would believe, but he didn't give me one, so. We need to see some paperwork.
Of course. Let me just pull over here and type on the dock.
Can I take a sip of ale while no one's looking?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand to pull out your flask and take a quick swig.
And I roll a check to see if I see it.
I got a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the
Never
other
mind,
fucking
I
rolls that are
don't
keeping
roll.
me from goddamn dying. No, it's a goddamn 12. Getting drunk at work? That's a nat 20, baby.
So this rabbit folk rows over to the nearest mooring, ties up his boat with what looks like the only rope that he has in his boat, and he has a single small sack with him, and he throws it up on the dock, and he says,
Please, inspect it if you must. There's nothing untoward in there, I promise.
Yeah, what's in the bag?
yeah, so everyone give me an investigation check as you all take a peek into the bag.
That's a 0.
Ooh, plus 0. 8.
I have a 7.
With that, you see that he puts a little flask on the dock as well at the same time, and you all are a little more interested in that. And he says,
I bring the absolute best sherry from the Spring Court. Have a sip if you'd like.
and he takes a sip first.
It's safe, I promise.
Well, I think I will. You know,
I hold him back. We don't take bribes.
It's not a bribe. You know, it makes me better. You know, it makes me a better fighter.
If he has no bad intentions, then I don't think we need to be better fighters.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn back around and walk back a little bit, but take another swig out of my drink.
Hey.
This rabbit folk does a leap from this mooring that's like 6 foot down, jumps up onto the dock, effortlessly, picks up his bag and says, "The name's Bronto. If anyone asks for me, just let him know me here, if you please." And you see him walk off, and you hear a whistle blow through the cavernous stalks. And you hear, "New ships arising! Ding, 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 ding!" You hear a bell go off. "New ships arising! Prisoners for the winter court! Ding, 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 ding!" And that's where we'll end our session.
Outside of all of this, I elbow Muck and go, "It looks like he had a little bit of hops inside him already."
I think that was good.
Oh boy.
This is why I like being a guard.